Hey, what's up, guys? This is Dolph Ziggler versus Zack Ryder for the United States Championship, WWE 12 gameplay, of course. And yeah, this is the match they're gonna have this Sunday. Well, it's not the match they're gonna have this Sunday exactly, but you know, it's my prediction on who's gonna win this match. I already told you guys who I think is gonna win the match this Sunday, and you know, I said Zack Ryder. But I'll go into more detail on why and talk about both competitors and stuff like that. So, anyways. Dolph right now is actually the longest reigning champion in the company, in WWE. So he's held that championship more than any other champion right now. So CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, the Divas champion Beth Phoenix, all the current champions right now have not held their championship as long as Dolph has held on to the United States Championship. Dolph actually won the championship back in June. So to be exact, it was the 19th of June. So it's been almost 6 months now. He's held the title for a little over 5 months. So that's pretty long, considering these days title reigns usually, last 2 months or something like that. I mean, look at Del Rio. The guy freaking wins the title and loses it the next pay-per-view. I think, well, actually, the second time he won the championship, he won his first title defense, which was, the next pay-per-view, but he lost it to CM Punk, so basically his second title defense, did not turn out in his favor, but whatever. Title reigns basically, these days don't last that long, except for Dolph Ziggler. He's actually held the title for a good amount of time. Now, when you look at past United States champions, though, I'm looking, at the current, I'm on WWE.com, by the way, right now, and, I'm looking at the title history for the United States Championship, and MVP is actually the longest reigning United States champion of all time, if I'm not mistaken here. I'm looking at, all the title reigns, and yeah, it looks like MVP is the longest reigning champion. And I'm pretty sure in a promo in the past he did say he was the longest reigning champion. And I'm talking about his first title reign, his first United States Championship reign, which came when he beat Chris Benoit. It wasn't at WrestleMania, though. I'm pretty sure when they fought at WrestleMania, Benoit retained the championship. It was the pay-per-view after that. So, oh yeah, it was a Judgment Day. Apparently, it was a two out of 3 falls match, which MVP won. I don't even remember that match being a 2 out of 3 falls match. I thought it was just a normal one-on-one match. But whatever, it's not exactly a 1-year title reign. It's not 365 days. It's he won the championship. I'm looking at the date here. He won the championship back in wait, hold on a sec. Oh, back in May 20th, 07, and he lost it to Matt Hardy on April 27, 08. So it's almost a year. He was really close to reaching a year. I think he was a month away from reaching that goal. But whatever, it's still the longest reigning champion, United States champion out there. Title reigns like these, you don't see them nowadays. And, on one side, you have people that love long title reigns. I'm one of them. I enjoy long title reigns. But on the other side, you've got these people that, don't enjoy long title reigns. They want to see change, and they want to see change quick, Dolph Ziggler was the United States champion for, like I said, 5 months now. And people have been wanting him to lose a championship for 3 months or so. I was getting comments, in my past prediction game videos of people, wanting to see Dolph Ziggler lose a championship, and move on to the World Championship. And it's just so Zack Ryder, gets his United States Championship reign or whatever. Anyways, me, I would like to see Dolph hold on to the championship longer. But at the same time, with Zack Ryder now challenging for the US title and him losing his first shot and this being his second shot, and WWE.com is billing it as kind of his last shot. I'm pretty sure this Sunday Dolph loses the championship. Now, if Zack Ryder had somebody else to feud with, during this time, if he hadn't started his feud with Dolph Ziggler, then I would have loved to see Dolph keep retaining his championship until he was the new longest reigning champion. Because right now, the longest reigning US champion is still MVP, and the guy is not with the company. The guy, he wasn't released, but he asked for his release. So, and you know how, when Brock Lesnar left, before he left, he was the youngest WWE champion. So after he left, they wanted a new youngest champion since Brock wasn't there anymore, and that's why they gave Randy Orton the World Heavyweight Championship. But thinking about that, that means Brock is still the youngest reigning WWE champion, while Randy is the youngest World Heavyweight Champion, unless when Randy won the WWE Championship afterwards, he was still younger than Brock, even though I doubt that. But anyways, doesn't matter. But if Dolph, loses the championship this Sunday, I'll be disappointed, but at the same time I'll be happy since I'm disappointed that his reign comes to an end and he didn't get the chance to be the longest reigning United States champion. But at the same time, I'll be happy that Zack Ryder won the United States Championship and his hard work paid off. But we don't know who's gonna win. Who knows, man? Dolph might retain by disqualification or even pinfall or submission, But I'm thinking, I'm pretty certain Zack Ryder is gonna win this one. But we never know. And speaking of long title reigns, I remember a certain title reign that kind of bugged me. It was a long title reign too. I'm a fan of big title reigns, but back then, I don't know if I was just not a fan of big long title reigns, or if I was just not a fan of the way he retained his championship in his matches. And the guy I'm talking about is JBL. Back in 05 or 04, I think it was 04. When JBL was the WWE champion, I didn't like the guy. I hated the guy. And, I know wrestling isn't real, but for some reason, I just hated the fact that he cheated every single time. Every single match, he would find some way, somehow, to retain his championship, and it would always be, in a dirty fashion, He would cheat, he would use, objects, he would have, the members of his cabinet, which was a stable back then, interfere in his matches. I remember one of the matches where, I was mad when he freaking won. That was back in 04 or 05. I think it was 04. But yeah, it was a fatal 4-way match. It was JBL versus Eddie versus Booker versus Taker. I don't remember the match too much. I think it was a good match though. But what I do remember is towards the end of the match, I was like, oh shit, I think Taker was gonna win, or somebody was gonna win. I think it was Taker. But towards the end of the match, when I think Taker was gonna win, freaking Orlando Jordan interfered in the match and JBL retained his championship. Back then, I didn't like that, and something else I didn't like was the ending of the steel cage match between Big Show and JBL for the WWE Championship, where JBL crawled under the ring to get out of the cage just before Big Show got out from the door. But looking back at that was genius. And with that said, that's it for this commentary. I'm going to be commentating over every single prediction game match I upload. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, click the like button. I'm out. See ya.